And welcome back to the morning show, 7:25. Time for part 2 of our Wise Guy segment. Matt Selland is back, and we're talking about air pressure, and you did a cool trick with the straw and a ping pong ball last time.
Right, and this was suggested by a viewer, by the way. I got an email last week, but like a dummy, I forgot to write down her name, so I'll have to get back to my email and
she knows
send her.
Who she is.
Yeah. Right, and so, anyways, so here's what we did. It turns out that you can balance things on a jet of air without it falling off, and we explained why. Basically because things are drawn into the center of a fast-moving column of air because of the Bernoulli effect. And so you can do this kind of in a big way, and I brought from home this vacuum mulch.
That's awesome.
Okay, now,
it works too.
I saw that. Right, and you were doing it almost right, and this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to turn this on. It's kind of loud.
Okay.
And then you're going to take this ball and you're going to put it on top of the stream of air here. Okay, so here we go. Pretty cool, huh?
You can maneuver it, like you said, with your little landing gear you had.
Right, so this thing, the jet of air was just blasting out here, and so it's stable because as this thing falls out of the jet, then suddenly the jet of air is moving over top of the ball, the pressure's lower there, and it gets sucked back up. And so you can actually play around with this. And so if you're going to do this at home, kids, be a little careful, because sometimes little dust and things will blow out and you don't want to get it in your eyes.
No,
but you can actually do this with the help of your parents, I would say.
Okay.
So it turns out that this is kind of related to the way that baseball works, and you can bring everything around to baseball.
We always try to.
Right.
I do anyway.
Right, and so here here's a little styrofoam ball. We're going to pretend this is a baseball. In fact, let me get the one that's got a line on it so you can see it. And as I tilt it, you'll see it start to spin. Maybe.
Right.
See how that thing spins?
Sure.
Okay, so when I go like this, it spins this way because the air is blowing it this way, and so it starts to turn. And the other way that you can think of the way that this thing actually stays in the air, okay, imagine it's spinning like this. The air kind of goes over top of it.
Right.
The air sticks a little bit to the surface of the ball, and so as the air goes over, it's sort of deflected downward a little bit. So as the air goes by the ball, it's deflected down. If air goes down, Newton's third law says there must be an equal and opposite sort of force on this thing, so this thing stays up.
Okay.
Okay? So the same thing happens when you throw a curveball. If I'm throwing it this way, and the ball is spinning like this, sort of, let's say, counterclockwise, as viewed from above, then it's going to jet air a little bit to the right, and the ball is going to curve to the left. So the way that the ball is always going to curve is if you look at the way the front of the ball is moving, if it's going this way, the ball is going to go that way because the back of the ball, okay? And so we can actually demonstrate this by throwing this at the camera.
Oh, good. Can I do that?
You want to?
Sure.
Okay, you have to try to spin it.
Which way?
Well, any way you want.
Way?
Just one.
There.
Hey, that worked pretty good.
Spun
you
right
see that?
out.
It spun that way.
Last minute.
And you spun it this way, right?
Yeah.
Now, I have a tool for you know, I'm not as coordinated as you, so this thing actually,
we must be at Wrigley. They threw it back.
That's right. It's not bad luck. I don't know. I thought. So here's some sandpaper inside this tennis ball can.
Oh, okay.
And so I can sort of use this to throw the ball. So it's going to kind of roll out the side. It's going to spin the same way that you just threw it.
All right. Very cool.
Okay, and so you saw that thing really curved. Same exact idea. The ball sort of sticks to the surface. Newton's third law. Everything's physics. Okay.
There you go.
So we need some more ideas for folks, and we'll do whatever you guys ask about, and we'll do something else next week. Maybe Doppler effect. That was another thing that somebody sent me.
Very good. All right. If you have ideas, you can send them to the morning show at wcia.com, or you can send them to Matt's at his very own personal spiffy website, wiseguy.net.